Hello students, by this video let us study about filling of the orbitals from the unit 2 quantum mechanical model of an atom. So here we will learn how the electrons are filled in the orbitals. So that is filling of orbitals. So when we know what is orbital, orbital is a three-dimensional space around the nucleus where there is maximum probability of finding the electron. So that is your orbitals. So in these orbitals, how electrons are filled. So that's what we are going to learn here. So this filling of electrons in the orbital is based on the three rules. Okay. So what are those rules? They are Aufbau principle. Second one, Hund's rule. And the third one, Pauli's exclusion principle. So these are the three rules or the principles. According to these principles and rules, only the electrons are filled in these orbitals. Fine. So now let us see one by one these principles or rules. So first let me see about Aufbau principle. So the word Aufbau means is a German word. It is called building up. According to this Aufbau's principle, it is stated that in the ground state of an atom, the orbitals are filled with the electrons in the increasing order of energy. Yes, it is the ground state of the atom, the orbitals are filled with the electrons in the order of their increasing energy. Fine. So now let us see the ground state. So in a ground state, the one is orbital. The first shell with s orbital, that is 1s orbital, that is your ground state. So from the ground state, electrons are filled. Then after filling the ground state, then electrons are filled in the next orbital, that is 2s orbital and 2p orbital, it is filled there. Then after that, now this 2p and 2s and 2p orbital, their energy is bit higher compared to the ground state orbital. Yes, so here you can see n is equal to 1, your principal quantum is equal to 1. So that is your first shell with the s orbital. Then when n is equal to 2, second shell consists of two orbitals, that is s orbital and p orbital. Then n is equal to 3. When n is equal to 3, then the orbitals are s, 3s, 3p, 3d. Now all these orbitals s, p and d is of the same shell. So these orbitals will be having equal amount of energy. Their energy will be equal. Okay. Then n is equal to 4, 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f. So it is having 4 suborbitals. N is equal to 5, 5s, 5p, 5d, 5f. N is equal to 6, then 6s, 6p, 6d and 6f. N is equal to 7, n is your principal number. So 7s, 7p, 7d, 7f. So electrons are filled in these orbitals in the increasing order of energies. So first electron is filled in the 1s orbital, that is a ground level, ground state. From ground state, then the electron is moving to the, like this it goes and comes to the 2s orbital. Then from 2s orbital it goes to 2p, then from 2p it goes to 3s, 3s it goes to 3p, from 3p it goes to 4s, from 4s it goes to 3d. Yes, so compared to 4s and 3d, 4s is having lower energy, whereas 3d is having higher energy. Okay, so this how do we calculate that? How do we tell that 4s is having lower energy and 3d is having higher energy? Based on the n plus l value. Yes, n plus l rule. So n is your principal quantum number and l is your orbital quantum number. So these two values when you add, yes, the 4s orbital and 3d orbital will be having same n plus l value. So in that case, the orbital which is having lower quantum number, lower principal quantum number, so that is 3 orbital, will be having higher energy compared to that of 4s orbital. So according to n plus l rule, the lower the value of n plus l in the orbital, so that the orbital will be having the lower energy. Some orbitals will be having same number of n plus l value. So in that case, the lower principal quantum number value, so that will be having the lower energy. Okay. Now when we look into the 4s and 3D, so for 3D, the n plus L value, yes, n plus L value is equal to 5. Okay. Whereas for the 4s orbital, n plus L value is equal to 4. Okay. So lower n plus L value will be having lower energy. That's fine. After 3p, the electron is having, after 3p, the electron higher energy will be to 4s, and then from 4s, higher energy will be 3. Because this is, all these energies are based on the n plus L rule. Okay. Then from 4s again, electrons are filled into 3D. From 3D, it is filled into field and then goes to 4p. Then, so all these are having increasing order of energy. So 3D energy will be greater than, that is 4p will be having greater energy than 3D, and 5s will be having greater energy than 4p. Then from 5s again it is going to 4D. Yes, so 4D is having greater energy than 5s. Then from 4D again 5p, 5p to 4, 6. So this remark indicates the increasing order of energy. So the electrons are filled in these orbitals in the increasing order of energy based on the n plus L value. Okay. Yes. Now let us see the second rule, that is the Pauli's exclusion principle. So according to Pauli's exclusion principle, it is stated that no two electrons in an atom can have the same set of values of all 4 quantum numbers. Okay, so what is said? So what is said that in an atom, the different electrons will be there. So these electrons will not have the same set of all the 4 values of quantum numbers. Okay, so now let us understand by an example. So let us take example hydrogen. Hydrogen atomic number is 1. That means only 1 electron is present in this hydrogen atom. So that 1 electron, where does this 1 electron be present? It is present in the first shell in the s orbital. First shell in the s orbital, just 1 electron is present. So for that 1 electron, what will be the principal quantum number? 1. Principal quantum number is 1. Then what will be the azimuthal quantum number? It will be 0. Magnetic quantum number also will be 0. Then spin quantum number will be plus half. Plus half. Because spin quantum number only 2 values, either plus half or minus half. Okay. So the 1 electron which is present in the hydrogen atom, they will be having the 4 quantum numbers like principal quantum number 1, azimuthal quantum number 0, magnetic quantum number 0, and the spin quantum number plus half. Now let us look at the next atom, that is helium. So helium, the atomic number is 2. That means 2 electrons are there in the helium atom. Okay. So that 2 electrons, where is it accommodated? In the first shell in the s orbital. So s orbital has the capacity to accommodate only 2 electrons. S orbital can accommodate only 2 electrons. So that 2 electrons will be present in the s orbital. So 1 s 2. So it means 2 electrons are accommodated in the 1s orbital. Got it? First shell s orbital. So in this 2 electron, 1 electron will be having the quantum number values as in the case of hydrogen, and another electron will be having n is equal to 1, n is equal to 0, m is equal to 0, s is equal to minus 1. So in this 2 electrons, so in the helium 2 electrons are there. 1 electron will be having the hydrogen atom quantum number values, and another electron will be having these values, this quantum number values. So are these 2 electron values of the quantum numbers equal? No. Though first one, second one, principal, azimuthal and magnetic is equal, values is equal, but spin is not, spin values are not equal. So first electron is plus half and second electron is minus half. Got it? So that is in the case of helium. Now lithium. When you go to lithium atomic number is Z. That is atomic number Z is having 3. Atomic number is 3. So how many electrons? 3 electrons are there. Where is this 3 electrons accommodated? So 2 electrons are accommodated in s orbital and another 1 electron is accommodated in the second s orbital. Okay. So first shell in the s orbital 2 electrons and the second shell s orbital another 1 electron is accommodated. Likewise 3 electrons are there. Now let us see the quantum numbers value for these 3 electrons. So in this 3 electron, the first electron will be having the value same as that of hydrogen. Second electron the value of the second electron, this value, and the third electron will have these values. Yes, now look into this. The third electron value, you see, third electron, what is it present? It is present in the 2s orbital, 2s orbital. One electron is present in the 2s orbital. Got it? So lithium, there are 3 electrons. These 3 electrons, 2 electrons are accommodated in the 1s orbital, and another 1 electron is accommodated in the 2s orbital. Got it? So now looking into the quantum number, in this 1s2 orbital, 2 electrons are there. 1 electron will be having hydrogen atom quantum numbers. Second electron will be having this quantum number, and the third electron will be having this quantum number. Now, when you compare the values, are they similar? No, all the quantum numbers are different. So, first electron quantum number is different from second electron quantum number, and second electron quantum number is different from third electron quantum number. So, here for third electron, n is equal to 2. Why n is equal to 2? Because it is the second shell. Principal quantum number is 2. When n is equal to 2, the value of n is equal to 0. Then value of m is equal to -1, and value of s is equal to +half. Okay. So here, as the atomic number increases, the number of electrons in the atoms also increases. So the electrons in the orbitals are filled in accordance to the increasing order of energy. That is your Aufbau principle. And according to Pauli's exclusion principle, these electrons will not have the same values of all the 4 quantum numbers. Okay, so that is your Pauli's exclusion principle. States that no 2 electrons in an atom can have the same set of all the values of quantum numbers, same set of values of all the 4 quantum numbers. Got it? So that's it all about your Pauli's exclusion principle. Now let me explain you about the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So well, by Aufbau's principle, it is very clear that electrons are filled in the orbitals in order of increasing energy, right? Yes. So Aufbau did not explain well about the filling of electrons in the degenerate orbitals. What do I mean by degenerate orbitals? Degenerate orbitals are the orbitals having the same energy. Like example, p orbital. There are 3 p orbitals, px, py, pz, right? Likewise, d orbitals, there are 5 d orbitals. dxy, dyz, dxz, dx square minus y square, dz square, likewise 5 d orbitals are there. Likewise 7 f orbitals are there. So these all are degenerate orbitals because they are having equal energy. So in this equal energy orbital, how electrons are filled, that is not explained by Aufbau. So explanation is given by Hund's rule. Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So what does this rule state? So this rule, according to Hund's rule, it is state that electron pairing in the degenerate orbital does not take place until all available in the orbitals are filled with 1 electron each. So that is your Hund's rule. So in the degenerate orbital, pairing does not take place until the other orbitals, available orbitals, contain at least 1 electron each. So that is your Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Now let us take the example of carbon. So carbon, we know its atomic number is equal to 6. That means 6 electrons are present in carbon atom. Yes. So according to Aufbau principle, electrons are filled in the increasing order of energy. So this 6 electron, according to Aufbau, it is filled like 2 electron in the s orbital, 1s2, 2s2, another 2 electrons in the second shell s orbital, and another 2 electrons in the second shell p orbital. So this is according to the Aufbau principle. Okay. Now, whereas in the case of Hund's rule, these electrons, they are explained by block diagram here. So these energy levels, I am drawing it in the form of a block diagram. Okay. So 1s. So this is 1s. This is 2s, second shell s orbital, and third orbital. So they are not placed together in one in the pz orbital. No. So here one electron, and the z orbital is 0. No electron in the z orbital. Okay. So why it is placed separately in the p orbitals like px and py? Why is it placed? In order to avoid electron repulsion. Yes. So this electron repulsion occurs between the electrons in this degenerate orbital. So to avoid this electron repulsion, these electrons are filled in the separate orbitals of the p. Okay. So one electron in the px orbital, another electron in the py orbital, and there is no electron in the pz orbital. So this type of filling of electrons is done to prevent or to avoid this electron repulsion that takes place between the electrons in these orbitals. Right? So this filling of electrons in the degenerate orbital is going according to the Hund's rule. Hund's rule states that electron pairing in the degenerate orbital does not take place until all the other available orbitals are filled with one electron each. Okay, so this is all about your Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Right? So hope you understood about the filling of electrons. So the three rules are very important. Aufbau principle, Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity, Pauli's exclusion principle. Yes, so all these principles are very important. So according to the rules of these principles only, the orbitals are filled with electrons in an atom. Right? So hope you understood.